Right, you lot, and this year's I'm a Celebrity was absolutely mental. If you thought it was crazy when they had Nigel Farage and Nella Rose in there, you weren't ready for this year. But I didn't know anything about this until I was told by a certain person, you may know him from a few films, Brains Holiday, is Jack.
Well, hello everyone. Lewis has said I told him about the I'm a Celebrity drama, but I actually found out by some other people. I won't name drop, but they know who they are. So thank you for introducing me to this legendary situation. Yeah. Now, it all took place on the I'm a Celebrity South Africa spin-off series, where they bring back ex-celebrities that have already been in the jungle to try and become an I'm a Celebrity legend. So they brought back stars such as Gemma Collins, who you might remember from this clip in her first time in the jungle.
Stop a minute, I'm being serious, stop! I need to get out, honestly!
You need to get out?
Yeah, I'm gonna be sick! I'm not turning this, no way!
Yeah. You had Harry Redknapp. One of my favourite moments was when he tricked Gemma into saying I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here.
Tonight, all campmates will leave camp and go to do a trial called Prison of Hell.
My God!
Will be,
No, Prison of Hell. That's what it's called, Prison of Hell.
It will be 11 separate prisons. When you go in there, your job will be to find the key to get you out the prison.
I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. I'm done.
What?
Gemma.
I can't do any more. I can't.
Gemma, no.
You'll be all right,
I can't
Gem.
go through it.
He's winding us up.
We had Mo Farah, who really loves sticky toffee.
Well, what is your treat?
Sticky toffee, sticky toffee,
Okay, right, what's that number?
sticky toffee,
Right.
sticky toffee.
And, of course, we had Adam, who really is very dramatic when eating.
God, it reeks, man.
Had David A and his questionable opinions on women.
She's got the personality of a proper ugly bird.
You can't say that, David.
Well, no, she has. She's got a bird. No, she has, honestly.
What do you mean by that? What does that even mean?
Most ugly girls realise they don't. They're not pretty enough to. They've got to have a personality to banter and to tell jokes and shit. So people overlook the fact that they're not aesthetically amazing straight away. Which is what's called the ugly duckling syndrome, where you get them when girls are ugly when they start off, and then they make and then they kind of they get pretty as they get older, but they've still got the personality of when they were up.
But that wouldn't be the most questionable view. Did you hear Gemma Collins on air fryers?
All of you,
Got an air fryer?
get rid of it.
Nah, air fryers have changed.
Can't stand air fryers. Can't stand them. I bought one. Well, the minute it went on, I felt like it sucked all the air from my kitchen. Like,
Really?
I just felt like I couldn't get any oxygen.
I don't think air fryers suck the oxygen out of your room, Gemma. I hate to break it to you. Craig Charles using his pub practice for good and downing 30 shots of bull's blood and brains.
This is unbelievable.
4 more, Craig,
got this,
and then ring that bell.
You got this, you got this.
Go, go,
You got
go,
this,
go.
you got this. Come on. You're almost there. You got this. Last one, last one.
What a run from someone who had to leave due to awful circumstances to what he did this time. What a character he was. And of course there was Jimmy Bullard, who had one of my favourite moments when he ruined Ashley's birthday. By saying I've only got one to beat. That would definitely be me and you if we were in there.
Yeah, there was lots of controversy throughout the whole series, like when David immediately sent old Beverly to Savannah Scrubs.
I haven't seen you in action. I haven't seen you in action.
Baby, bring it on. David Hay flipping sent me to Savannah Scrub. Been a fan of his for years and years and years. Not anymore, I tell you. I was thinking, you're going to get it, mate. You are going to get it.
You don't want to...
Beverly threatens that she was going to get David back for it. I don't think she ever did.
We're still waiting.
And proceeded to tell Gemma Collins that she couldn't have water during the eating trial. Now, that's a very risky move with Gemma Collins. She's a big personality.
This is a woman who thought that they were going to kill her at a certain point in the show.
Gemma had a bit of beef with Sunita when Sunita thought her role in some stage production was a joke.
All the training, everything, had the voice coach.
And I'm sorry, but I'm going to admit it, that when I heard you do it, I thought it was a joke announcement. I literally
For
was like,
what
yeah,
reason, Sunita?
right. Just because I think the last thing I'd say, I think you just presented something at an awards and fallen off the stage. And it was kind of like you were like more of a comedian.
And she took it that Sunita was saying she was a joke.
Yeah. I'd be scared of Gemma if I met her, man. Of course, we got to get to the controversy, because that's what you all want to hear about. So tell us how it all started.
Well, the whole thing was fueled with controversy, really. There was people angry at Dave for sending the old lady to Savannah Scrubs,
Yeah.
as well as sending Gemma there. However, it really kicked off when Dave and Adam clashed in camp. Dave says it was banter. Adam is saying that it's affected his mental health, that he has to go to therapy. I don't know who to believe, to be honest.
Empty gesture. Empty gesture. You tasted it and knew it tasted like
The last
shit.
time I do any favours to you, mate.
That wasn't a favour.
To the normal person, maybe I wouldn't do that. However, to someone that's been on rice and beans for like 3 days and has lost all the trials and is feeling a little bit low.
You'd have to rub it in like...
I'm just saying, yeah, maybe they might not taste the best, but he would appreciate the gesture and the fact that just a little bit of flavour might go a long way.
You miscalculated, my friend. You miscalculated. That's all it is, a miscalculation.
Then there was more controversy from Dave when he started talking about his ugly duckling theory. He basically said that ugly women have more personality than pretty women.
Yeah. Whether you agree with him or not, his phrasing and the way he went about it was questionable.
Very questionable. People got very upset when Dave, I don't know if it was out of frustration, started claiming Adam was doing nothing for camp and always pretended he was ill every time there was a trial. I'm not sure if it was out of frustration or what, but people got upset at that. And that's really when it all started getting heated. Scarlett started jumping in, telling Dave to not be a dick. Gemma started jumping in. They all started jumping in.
Jumped.
Fell out her hammock. Everyone got a bit upset of how Dave was treating Adam. Now, Dave claims, still to this day, that ITV edited it because it's his show to make him look worse than he is.
Because they wanted a villain, and he's saying that they made him.
Because they wanted a villain, they wanted all this controversy and news to happen.
Because it is great for them. Like, everyone's talking about it.
It
It's
rakes in a
everywhere.
lot of money.
Yeah.
However, the biggest controversy was, one of the big controversies from Dave is when he had to leave camp, he had to pick one other person to go with him. And I think he handled it pretty well. He said, does anyone want to leave? And he ended up picking Gemma.
Yeah.
Now, I think, watching the footage, like Gemma nodded to Dave as if to go, I'm ready to leave, I want to go.
Yeah, that's what people are saying.
Because this was not long after Harry Redknapp lied about the prison of Hell. And she said, I'm a celebrity right there. People are a bit upset that he dragged Gemma Collins out with him, but I think she was ready to go anyway. And then the really big controversy was at one of the trials. Ant and Dec came into camp and introduced this trial where they'd be competing for stars. And they got there and had to pick a teammate. Jimmy Bullard picked Adam. And only after he picked Adam did he get told that if you say I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, both your teammates will be going home. And I mean, there's already footage of him going up to one of the cameramen and getting recorded of him saying, I'm not sure if I'm feeling it today, but I'm going to go out there and see if I can do it. Yeah. Adam decides to go in this like tight space where they're pouring ants and stuff on his head.
Yeah.
He has to get cogs off this run, only using his tongue.
Yeah.
And everyone jumps in, is crawling through the mud.
Yeah, and Jimmy is just stood there, no part of it, clearly not feeling it at all.
There's a way to get underneath it.
Jim, come on. Jim, you going for it?
Boys, I don't think I got it in me.
Come on, Jim. Don't let him down.
I'm sorry, Adam. He went, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
Jim, you're up!
Sorry, Ed.
What?
I'm so sorry. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. So sorry, son.
I think it's best if we roll the rest of the clip.
Jimmy, okay.
Jim, come on, man.
You got to think of Adam here in the cage. He doesn't want to go. He's enjoying himself.
I'm so sorry, Ed.
What? Well, you don't want to give it a go?
I'm so sorry.
Jim, don't do this, bro. Come on.
Sorry, Ed.
Why, Jimmy? You okay?
Jimmy, man, come on, bro. Wait, is that how we're going out? Yeah.
Sorry, boysy. Had enough. Sorry, boys and girls.
Taking the piss.
Whoa.
You taking the piss?
Don't say that.
What's up with you?
Everyone's got their own
I'm in
story.
there getting covered in pants.
Whoa, calm down. That's pathetic.
Prick.
So what are we doing now?
We're going to get you all out.
Getting out?
He's a young
get you
cunt.
out. That's the end.
He's done all that for him to fit amateur. He's doing all.
Calm down.
Jimmy?
Me, bro. If you wanted to go, go. Don't take me with you. What is up with you? Tell me why. All you had to do was run through some mud and you said, I'm a celebrity, get me out of it.
It ain't about that. I wanted to go home.
Well, go home then in camp. Go home in camp then. Don't do it on my watch.
Just calm down. You make yourself look an idiot.
Quitter, bro. I don't quit. I don't quit.
Well, other people have quit.
I don't quit.
Other people have quit.
Don't do the show then, bro. Don't do the show.
You don't choose that.
You chose to do the show.
You don't choose.
You chose.
I choose. Exactly right. I choose when I come and when I go.
Heated there between Adam and Jimmy.
Yeah.
Luckily afterwards, they left it up to a vote whether Adam should stay or go.
Yeah.
This sparked major controversy on Facebook and Twitter,
Because
everywhere really.
He technically should be out.
Because you have one half saying, oh, he should be out. You have the other half saying, Jimmy Bullard's planned it. He's in this pact with David to get Adam out because they know he's popular. All the celebrities were coming out saying their side of the story. Most notably, Sanita was the first one to come out, and she was going how she was worried because she kept hearing C word this, C word that.
Yeah.
Apparently, she saw Adam trying to kick Jimmy, and she was worried. She thought it was going to end in a fight.
Yeah, and Harry and Craig also had to come and defend their position and said that it was worse what Adam was doing than what was shown, and that he was using language and acting in a certain way.
You can play the This Morning Craig clip.
They watered down the Jimmy Bullard incident, Alison. They watered it down. It was unbroadcastable as it was. It was deeply traumatic, and really, it was really upsetting. He was between the two of them. Yeah, between the two of them. But no, it was Adam. He was so wound up. He was so aggressive. He was like a Coral Spring. It looked like he was going to attack Jimmy. Right? He was dropping F-bombs and C-bombs. And I mean, if that had happened, then, damn it, if you, Alison said, I don't want to do an interview, right? And you started doing that to Alison, you would be escorted off the premises, you know. It really was traumatic, and they couldn't broadcast, and I get that. I'm not blaming ITV. They had.
So all the community started thinking that David, Sanita, Harry, and Craig, and Jimmy were all in this like pact, all trying to get Adam out because they know Adam's popular and might win. However, Jimmy had other words. He reposted what Sanita said on Instagram with the caption, brilliantly said at Sanita. Hear my version of the story on Friday.
Yeah.
Looking forward to see you. Well, some of yous.
So it was all leading up to the big final on Friday. What could possibly go wrong? Bring them all back together months after the fact in front of a live audience to crown who would win.
And the contestants of who could win got down to Adam, Mo Farah, Craig Charles, and Harry Redknapp. it wasn't long in the live final until David spoke up and said, after how you treated Jimmy, do you think you deserve to win the final? And then Ant and Det quickly shut him down and said, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
And Adam turned around and said, eating that tarantula in a very, very strange way, I might add, deserved to win. The final was a mix of laughs and shocking moments. My personal favourite moment between Harry Redknapp not knowing what a Komodo dragon was, or Mo Farah shouting sticky toffee pudding.
Yeah, that was mine. The whole Mo Farah bit was just brilliant.
I mean, sticky toffee pudding for starter and dessert. That's a lot of sticky toffee pudding.
Yeah, for me, Mo absolutely got robbed.
Yeah, Mo. I think Mo should have won.
Yeah, he was the nicest guy in there.
He did. He banged out all the trials.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah,
he cooked for everyone every night.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the most well performed, but because of the Adam controversy, everyone voted Adam.
Yeah. It was the classic sympathy vote that the British public fall for time and time again on these shows.
Yeah. And then we got to mention Gemma Collins' outfit change in the break.
Which somehow no one picked up on.
Which no one picked up on because it was mental.
I guess she was in the theatre then, if she can change her outfit that quick.
So they decided to sit them all down and have a talk about the controversy. And Jimmy was the first person asked for his side of the story. And I think it's better if we just play the whole clip of this one. It got
Jimmy!
Show it then!
Jimmy!
Show it!
Calm down.
Show it!
Well done, Sunita.
It's terrible! Show it! It's your show!
Sit down for a second. Everybody chill out. We showed a full and fair representation of what happened on the show. Scarlett, talk some sense into this lot, can you? And then we'll wrap this up, because it's going nowhere. Mo, do you want to talk?
What a final, really. What an argument.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Sunita storming off and shouting how intimidating it was. You had Ant saying it weren't intimidating. You had Jimmy telling Gemma your opinion doesn't matter because you weren't there. It got a bit crazy. Gemma stormed off.
I've never seen a presenter give such an opinion on one of these shows. They're usually trying to mean it calm, but Ant just came out so vocal in a way that was so crazy.
Deck, many have said, had ignored Sunita when she tried to speak, as well as Craig Charles, and just kept questioning David and Jimmy, and didn't question all the other ones. And when they questioned it, they handpicked Scarlett and Mo Farah, and a lot of people weren't too happy with Ant, who said at the end of that clip there, Scarlett, can you talk some sense into these two because we're getting nowhere? The break, well, not really a break, when they changed from I'm a Celebrity to the behind the scenes show when they have extra stuff, Jimmy, David and Adam refused to show up on it.
Yeah.
They were nowhere
they
to
were
be
not
seen.
allowed to be introduced. It was crazy.
Well, it was only David and Jimmy who got reportedly thrown out. Adam
He
chose
refused
not
to appear, yeah, that's right.
But there's reports saying that there might have been another argument between Ant and Jimmy in the car park.
Yeah.
And security had to get involved for that, but there's not been much information given about that one.
It's not stopped even after the final.
No, it's not stopped after the final. The most recent David Instagram story, one of the most two recent ones.
Yesterday, and I was very shocked at the results. Couldn't believe it. Apparently, I'm wrong. I asked, am I right or am I wrong? Am I correct in my opinions or am I incorrect? Over 85% of people said I was incorrect. Ladies and gentlemen, because I'm still kind of confused about the last couple of weeks. Do let me know whether, off the strength of watching I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here 2026 Legends Edition, you think I'm a bully. Would you consider
First one, it showed him double downing on his opinion on women, saying he thought he was right.
Yeah.
And the second one was him asking if you think he's a bully or if it was just banter. And apparently a lot of people thought he was a bully.
And Adam somehow sent an Instagram story about his son winning stuff into him, which was kind of crazy.
That he brought up things like about winning crowns. That's obviously a reference to King of the Jungle. It turned the story. I think it would have been a lot more powerful if he just put the story of how proud he was of his kid up and not mentioned any of that stuff about the jungle.
Yeah, it would have made it a lot better. But here it's like him just still fishing in a way. So
Jimmy's not really mentioned it since.
Yeah.
There's reports of him possibly suing ITV with David, but they went on to. He's just gone back to golf and football.
Yeah.
Sunita's come out and said they basically wasted their opportunity because they had a point to prove, and because of them shouting and everything, it made them look like the villains. So Sunita's disappointed. Craig has come out reportedly and basically opened up and said, although what Adam did in the trial was out of order, he thought what David and Jimmy did in the live show was out of order.
Yeah.
Harry has my favourite take on it. He was telling people he thought he showed up to the wrong show. He thought he was on
Prime Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah, Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah.
He's gone back to the clip explains itself what Harry's doing right now.
Look at the jungle. I still don't like getting stung. What are you playing at? Not by a mozzie, but by one of them pesky roaming charges. I've had a few bites in my time. Jungle critters, greedy agents. Suarez went for me once and all. But nothing like a ton for just sending a couple of pictures of a strawberry daiquiri.
Tottenham might need to get him back in to save them. Now he's out of the jungle.
God, we don't want to go in the Tottenham debate now. My local Greg's changed the Tottenham cake into the relegation cake.
I love that.
Mostly Craig's gone back to advertising his DJ, talking about Manchester, because he loves Manchester. As well as... But about that little bit, I think it's a bit bad from Dave and Adam's part to try and keep dragging it on, because they're the only two who are doing it. The rest have tried to leave it behind, because it's happened, it weren't good. But they've tried to move on from it.
Yeah, and it's frustrating to see it continue on.
Yeah, it's just frustrating to see Adam trying to bring it all back up again. Dave, I'm not sure if Dave is trying to drag it out or he generally thinks he's not correct about women.
Yeah, he can't seem to see.
I mean, he's been hit in the head a few times boxing. I think that's messed him up a bit.
Done something, yeah.
We've told you about the drama and everything. The last thing we're going to add before we say our own opinions is that the I'm a Celebrity South Africa has been cancelled until 2029.
Yeah. And I mean, it is an all-star series. You probably wouldn't expect it to be on every year, but like, I don't know if it will come back after. You know, they pushed it that far out.
I think we're going to go on to our opinions now. I think we'll start with Lewis.
What I think should happen is that somewhere they should release the full clip of what actually Adam did, because, okay, they couldn't broadcast it, apparently Ofcom, you know, that's what they've said, but put it out somewhere, let us see for ourselves what actually happened, and then there's no more lies and no more what did happen.
And I agree with that, they should put it out. And even if they don't want there to be C-bombs and F-bombs, they can just beat the C-bombs out.
Yeah, because then there's no more, and then people can just be like, oh, who they side with. Like, I think not all the parties have been flawless throughout it. I think they've all made their mistakes. I think
Jimmy could have, even if he wanted to go home, at least crawled through the mud a little bit instead of standing there like a gnome.
Yeah, it would.
That might have softened the blow a bit for Adam, because he might have think, okay, at least he's tried.
Yeah.
But I admire his honesty. At least he came out in the final and said, right, I only get a small percentage of my pay if I leave in camp. I was doing it for the money.
Yeah, and, you know, I think we all knew that anyway, but to say that is like kind of...
To admit he's doing it for the money is... At least he admitted that. Not everyone would have.
Yeah.
All parties have their wrong. And because it's an edited TV show, Dave could be telling the truth, saying Adam was giving it as good as he was taking it.
Yeah.
Because it's edited, you don't know the behind the scenes. I mean, they're in there for like a week.
Yeah. So
and it's only, what, an hour? About an hour?
Yeah,
an hour and a half?
Yeah, even less than that. Really.
You've got to edit a whole week's footage into a week, hour slots.
Yeah, and they want to pick certain storylines and narratives of people who are following. They want it to be simplistic, so they want to make David see like the big bad and Adam see like the victim to this clique, but in reality it probably could have folded differently, like David says.
And they want the drama because otherwise the show's going to get stale and boring and it's going to be axed. So they want the drama there.
I just think as a whole, I think Adam's behaviour, even from what we saw, was horrific and out of line, and he did go way too far.
Yeah, he went way too far in the trial.
Like, I understand his frustration, but the way he handled it was terribly.
I get that he probably had all the Dave stuff building on him as well, and I do get he was frustrated, but it's a game show at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's not as serious.
It's not as serious as he painted it out to be. In his post, that should have been about his kids to be involved. I'm a Celebrity, and him is a bit...
Yeah, it's too far.
Out of order.
There's been reports that, like, apparently he sought therapy after the show and all this stuff, and I'm not going to deny that hasn't happened, but I think it's a bit far, isn't it? So.
I mean, they were out there in September.
Yeah.
It's now, what, April and it's released?
You'd hope someone moved on, you know.
Reports are saying he's still in therapy now. I'm not saying he never had therapy, but I think it's very far-fetched that he would still be in therapy.
Yeah.
What, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, like 6 months after the fact.
If he is in therapy, it's probably for something else, not for that, you think, at this stage.
You'd hope.
And then when it came to the final, I think Sunita was true to the grit. I don't think their conduct was perfect, especially on like David's side. Like, I could understand why they were angry and they felt that they'd been betrayed in a certain way and wanted to get it out there, but I think...
Sunita's not happy with some of the news saying she and Gemma stormed off.
Yeah.
And missing out the part of what she said to the audience. But, I mean, I do agree with Harry Redknapp. It got a bit mental. Ant was kicking off.
Yeah.
Jimmy and Dave were kicking off. Gemma was kicking off. The audience was kicking off. It was brilliant to watch. Quality Friday night entertainment.
One of the best things been on for years, but it was a nightmare. And I don't know how they didn't see it coming. I really don't think.
I don't know how they didn't see Jimmy not being annoyed when firstly they threatened to take away his pay anyway because he said, I don't want to show up to the final. So basically forced him to show up to the final to get his pay. I don't know in what world he wouldn't have been annoyed.
Yeah.
But they were asking for it. Dave's a big personality, so he would have spoke out the first chance he got.
Yeah, and I think they would have known that, and I think they wanted that to a degree, but...
Yeah, they wanted that for the degree. But I don't think as much as he did in the first one, because they had to call a break.
I don't know how you can have Gemma on a show and she's like a side character in all of the drama. That says something, you know.
That says something when Gemma Collins is a side character. I mean, last time she was the main character because of the helicopter incident, then saying, I may have failed at the first hurdle, but it's the worm and the slug in it, or whatever that story's called.
I don't think that's how the story went.
But some highlights of the show was definitely bits Mo when he went skydiving and he just forgot the order of the animals, so he said all the animals in the Lion King. There was Gemma. I mean, just Gemma in general was just funny.
Everything she did was
like the air fryer take was a bit questionable.
Yeah.
And then Dave trying to steal the food. Like, you got to admire his creativity. no one has fought to steal food before on I'm a Celebrity.
Yeah.
But Dave tried and failed miserably.
Yeah, you know, he made good TV.
I liked Jimmy's dig at Harry when he was reading the food out and he said they had jam roly-poly. I still think one of the best bits has to be when Harry Redknapp tricked the whole camp into thinking the prison of hell was happening.
Yeah. And they fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
I mean, Gemma was willing to leave.
Yeah.
Crazy series.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think anyone expected it to end that way.
Yeah, well, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this whole thing, because there's a lot of opinions people have, and, you know...
Lots of opinions.
We want to see that in the comments, so if you agree with us, disagree, you know.
I just think Adam's trying to milk it now to save his career.
What career?
Well, he got to admit, he had the whole podcast with his two brothers.
Yeah, but everyone's got a podcast now.
Yeah,
I have.
The Doris podcast. The Doris podcast exists on Spotify. It's great.
Yeah.
I think what we've gathered is that both parties were wrong. We'll never know fully without the footage being released, which ITV won't because it's ITV.
Yeah.
But I think we're more slightly leaning towards Jimmy.
Yeah.
Than Adam. So we just want your opinions on this as well.
Yeah. They'd be too mean to us. Alright, see you next time. Goodbye.